Oh, excellent. So is the audio working now then for everyone? Oh, superb. Good stuff. Right. I'm not actually sure at what point it stopped working or whether it was it just not working at all. I'll just title. Oh, right, great. Right. Yeah, so if basically you just you didn't miss much then. If the audio wasn't working, it didn't miss much. The kids were just being quite loud and stuff in the background, so it was just put me off a bit, to be honest. I could say something. Actually, no. Right. I was going to say that I thought that the price was going to come back down to sort of 8.5, but I'd actually said 8.45, so my bad. But yeah, what all I was saying was I've started using these different these different candlesticks. Oh god, how do you change it? Which is just these Heikin Ashi, is it? So I started using them on the 4-hour chart, so you can see there, like the 4-hour chart and the cut. Actually, you can't see. I've just realised. Sorry. I'll show you on the 4-hour here. So on the Heikin Ashi, yeah, basically I'm just using this for just trend confirmation. So basically with Heikin Ashi, I've only just started using it, but from what I've read, it's just a really good, really easy indicator just to see like what the if there's a change of direction. Basically, like if there's 2 red candles after a lot of green candles, then that's a change of direction to the downside and vice versa. It's pretty obvious. But basically, you got like 2 green candles here, and then so we should just continue up. There should be a squeeze today. I was expecting a squeeze, so it's good to have like just it's good to have. I was just laughing at Belly's comment there, just fixing what she said. It confused me loads. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, it's good to have a confirmation. So the confirmation came from the Heikin Ashi. Just the confirmation that there was even a temporary trend change. So instead of just like selling off, we're just sort of getting bought up. I've got this feeling that it's just going to be a squeezy day, like one of those squeezy days. So like we're just going to get bought up. I think I'm guessing up until like 1.09, but that's just a guess. We'll see. Depends on news and stuff, but there isn't much news, so I think think we should get up there at some point today. It might be in like New York session or something, but that's what I think anyway. So that's Heikin Ashi. Dead simple way of using it. If anyone else uses it, just let me know like how you use it, if you use it any different. But my mate got me onto that. That was good. So I'll just go back to candlestick, and he had a bounce there off 1.085 on the euro, because I'm sort of leaning towards buys. I'm looking to get in on like pullbacks. So I've missed that one by talking and then realising that nobody was listening or nobody could hear me, and then talking again. I've just realised I've missed that one. So there's a couple of opportunities I've missed so far, like pretty obvious ones. For anyone who follows in the trade room, hopefully, for anyone who was following the trade room, I hope you got these. I hope you got this one. This was a pretty obvious one, the 50% retracement. The pullback to 1.085 looks like it was really good as well. With these, what I would have done if I was trading these, just for anybody who's new, is I would have got in there with one trade, and I was targeting 1.0845. So I would have got in there with one trade and then another two down here for calls. But yeah, because it just bounced off there, it was fine anyway. So that's the way I tend to do it. It's like a martingale strategy, but it's just limited to just three trades, but over two periods. So you sort of double up on the second one. But it's just I just do that as like a confidence thing. So I'm quite confident that it would have bounced if it got down to here. But up here, you know, if it had gone up, then, you know, I only risked 5% if it hadn't. If that makes sense. Right, sorry I'm a bit flustered. Just a bit of a chaotic morning. So yeah, as I was saying, like, I think that we'll just get a squeeze, like a constant squeeze throughout the morning. And it looks like it's doing it. And the only reason I think that is because it's just positions getting closed. So all the sort of active traders who are entering, I'll show you, on this sort of like rundown. So all the active traders who are sort of like trying to push it down, and then or saw that we broke through this level, or this level even, this fib level, and we're just selling down here. All of them are getting squeezed at the minute. Well, all the ones down here are getting squeezed at the minute, so they're all like just slowly getting out of their positions. So you just want to wait for a lot of buying up to sort of a level, maybe like 1.09 for the next sort of level where you can start to put maybe a bit above that, 1.091 maybe, which is 61.8. But yeah, we'll have to wait to see with that one. But there's no trades currently as yet. For anyone who's, as I said, though, for anybody who's new, anybody who hasn't followed me in the chat room, I tend to trade in it. I sort of preempt as much as I can the market. So like I'll figure out like levels beforehand, quite far beforehand. So that was one of the things that I thought, like when I was doing a YouTube thing, I thought even though there is a delay, you can still see what I'm doing, and you can still sort of get the educational aspect of it rather than just the sort of like blindly following my trades. So yeah, that's that. Just while there's not much happening, well, there's a bit of a squeeze happening. Just going to, I've got, I think I've put this on the YouTube thing, haven't I? Yeah, my spreadsheet's there. If anyone wants to use it, it's at the bottom on the comments on here. Make use of that if you want. There's nothing else really. Actually, yeah, I started using that. This other calendar, just spelt wrong, I think. Because I've changed the aspect ratio of my screen, I can't quite see what I'm doing as much on this. Oh, actually, right, it's about an hour behind. Yeah, so there's nothing much coming up. Good, just confirmation again with the news. Right, sound. So because there's not much happening with Euro, it's just sort of coming back up to retest that 50% by the looks of it, and it'll probably squeeze up above. Yeah, because of that, I'm just going to have a look at some of the other pairs. So like cable's in a proper squeeze mode. I've seen cable do this quite a few times, like where it just sort of like runs up to an area, and then just flags and then slowly pushes through. So what you'll probably get is like just a break above that level now. Well, soon, because you can see there's a divergence between the price and the MACD. So the MACD is coming down, but the price is still going up. So as soon as the MACD continues, well, as soon as the MACD sort of like comes back and starts going back up, the price will break through this 50% level. So I'll just wait for that. But quite confident about that, actually. The other thing is like you've got these higher lows that are pushing it up as well. So yeah, it should get a break there above the 50%. Uh, Australian dollar seems to be doing the same thing that cable's doing as well. You're right, Rob. Just waiting for this. Has it just crashed? No. I'm just waiting for this cable to just break out above the 50%. Just seems to be taking ages to do this. The only thing with like these sort of moves is like they're quite hard. Well, they're relatively hard to buy because you don't know at what point they're going to come back. They could. Well, I suppose you do. No, it's just quite hard. It's just a bit vague. Plus the move with binary options, like the move back might not be much. So basically, it, you can move a short distance in a small amount of time. So you could easily just like the price could easily like in a few seconds just come back down here. So that's why I'm always like reluctant to buy them, even though I'm pretty sure that it'll just break through now soon. The MACD just has to cross positive again. That should break out. just just got a call there that's it expires at 25 past. It's just on cable. It's just on this little pullback. Right, get another one. It's only 5%, so it's just a pound. Because I just can't see that pulling back. Sorry, I can't see that selling off at all. That's the trade there. If you just want to see it, it's just hopefully it will just break out in the next. Well, it'll have to be 10 minutes. It's just one trade done. So see what happens. Looks like it should break out now. Cool. Um, from here, actually, I might take a put, depending on like where it gets to. Alright, so it's stalling there because we're at fib level. And a resistance level, actually. So yeah, if we get up to, what is it, 1.494, so where this white line is. I'll take a put there, maybe. That's on cable. Right, so cable's like just coming up to 261.8. So that last trade was a winner. Was it 10 pip winner? So the price I'm looking for is 1.494. So 1.494, I will take actually 494. Yeah, actually 1.495, I'll take a put. No, 1.494 actually. Yeah, I'll take a put. I'll just double check that actually. It's a bit too much bunching actually. I don't like that. Sorry, it was a 10-minute. That I used to do a lot of like 1 to 2 minute trades or 3 to 4 minute trades, but I'm just looking back through my stats and stuff. One of the reasons why I wasn't doing as well was because I was doing like 1 to 2 minute trades. So I've just gone back to 5 to 10 minute trades. Just looking for really obvious trades. That's it. Yeah, the short ones are just. I just realised the way I was trading them was just not very predictable. It was a bit. It was just gambling a lot of it. Well, it's all gambling, isn't it? Everything. Life's a gamble, but it's just um, it's a lot harder to win with 1 to 2 trades the way I was doing it. So instead of sort of like look read, well, I know how to profitably trade with 1 to 2 minute trades. The thing is, like, it gets in the way of trading properly, and it changes my psychology. So like 5 to 10 minute trades is um, uh, it it's more akin to like the way the way I taught myself. So I don't really want to change that because um, I'm quite good at that. I'm quite good at doing 5 to 10 minute trades. So why change it? Looks like this cable's reached. It hasn't got to the level I wanted. It should hopefully continue up, but I'll have to see what happens. So I imagine euros coming back as well. Yeah. I'm still waiting for this level. Should I think what I'll do is take a put at 494 initially, and then 495 if it breaks through that. But there'll be like 5 to 10 minute trades, so there should hopefully be the way the chart's moving. It should move up to that level and then pull back. So yeah, just 494. That's the price I'm looking for a put initially. So I've got one there at 474. Sorry, 374. So that's the initial one. I'll just leave it now and just see what it does. Because it might just go straight up to 495. Looks like it. taking another one there at 398. So these are just like 5 to 10 minute trades. So I've got what did I get? 374 and 398. So they're both sort of what's that? 45, quarter to the expiry. So 10:45. It's the best way to trade. Just dead boring. So we look at a bit closer at this trade I've just taken. Look on the 15 minutes. Just see. There you got previous resistance there, but that's sort of around about that area. So that's in our favour. Just got to see what happens. The only thing that's sort of going against it at the minute that I can see was like the MACD's expanded, but the world is RSI freeze overbought, but it needs to move out from overbought into just below that red line, basically. There. I don't know if you can see that actually. When it does that, it should come down quite a bit. And hopefully it'll do that in the next 3 minutes. Alright, so it's come out of overbought. Nearly. Ah, it did for a second then. Oh, there it goes. So hopefully it'll just come down a bit more, like for next minute, and then that'll be 2 in the money, hopefully. Yeah, so they they were both winners. It's a cough doing that in. If the price comes back up to that level again, up to 494, I'll probably take another call, another put actually. Sorry about the cough. Did anyone get that trade just out of interest? Like, because I know that there is a delay on the feed, like, but I had mentioned that about 20 minutes before. I mentioned the level I was going to get in at. I mentioned it here. So yeah, 5:10. Like a quarter of an hour before. Yeah, sorry, I changed the comments underneath the video just to say there's a 25-second delay because I'm not sure how else to do it, how else to do you know, for anybody coming in late, how would they know? I could put we've got a clock. I'll try and get the clock in view so you'll be able to see. I missed a trade there, but while I was readjusting the size of the screen. Bugger. It's still not got the timing. I'm saying that you can see the time, can't you? I just thought you can see the time here on the 1 minute on the top right. So yeah, it's pretty much 20. It's 25 to 30-second delay. Sorry, you can't see the world as RSI free either. Sorry about that. Alright, I got a put at 318. Just because the MACD starts to cross negative. We'll see though. I might get another one as it if it pops up a bit. So I got another one there at 332. So they're just like expiring in at 15 minutes past. Both puts. yeah, so they didn't work out. I should have just took the second touch. The second touch is 261.8. So it looks like with cable we're just moving up to that 61.8. So I'll just get rid of that. So yeah, just because there's not much happening, like the levels that I talked about um, when price on cable was like coming up here. So you had like this move, this breakout from this breakout from this flag or pendant or whatever they call. So that shape, the breakout up from there. I was talking about these two levels. So the first level was the level that I got in at, which was 494, and then above that I was sort of thinking like if it broke through there, I'd be looking to take 495. Both of those levels were reacted to by the market. So when I'm talking about these levels, they're just the ones that usually have an effect on like the way in which the market moves. So you can see like if you'd got in like up there, that would have been a winner as well. As well as this one initially, even though I'd taken, I shouldn't have took that one. Basically, that put that was down there, the price was just I was looking for it to fold back, but it'd been up there for too long, and it hadn't broken through the 6 EMA yet. So that's just bad practice on my part. That was a bad trade. But yeah, the trades were just that first touch of 494. I should have took one there at the second touch, well near 494. I think it got up to 4939, and then this 495, 1.495, which is the next one. But yeah, just looking at the time, like I'll just call it a day there. I'm not going to be trading this afternoon, but I'll be trading like the UK session, so the London session in the morning, and then the New York session in the afternoon, tomorrow and the day after, unless something happens. But I'll let you know anyway. So don't, yeah. Usually, like I normally say, like I'm just going to trade like every day, but I don't want to sort of let people down. So basically, like I might not trade both sessions, like the Thursday and the Friday, but I do aim to. So yeah, there you go. Hope that was of some help to everyone. Yeah, take care of yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.